Hello, I'm Father Gregory Short, usually Greg Short, Oblate of the Virgin Mary. Well, I've been here in the Philippines since 2001. In the year 2000, there was a discernment process in the province whereby people were invited to discern whether they'd be willing to go to the Philippines. And I prayed and decided to offer myself to join Father Tom Hackey, who was in Cebu at that time, alone, after starting the construction of our house in Cebu. So I arrived in June 17, 2001, and I spent the better part of 10 years there in Cebu. We began the Formation Center a year later, and gradually the community grew. We had Father Dave Keeter for a while. Father Tom Hackey left after a couple of years. Father Dave left after 1 year. The one who added a lot of stability to help me there was Father Mark Yavarone, who generously helped out for 8 years, I believe, in Cebu. And I would be remiss to miss out on Father Tom from Austria, who helped us out for a number of years, 4 years. Giving retreats. In 2011, I came here to Antipolo to begin a second community. This one would be for the novitiate and for the theology students, because we saw that we needed better theology and there's more resources here in the Philippines, in Manila. And we've been very, very fortunate to find, not only is there UST, the University of Santo Tomas, which is a pontifical university run by Dominicans, but even closer to us, within commuting distance for our seminarians here, is almost like a satellite campus of the same university, but run by the Recollectos, the Augustinian Recollects. The degree is given by UST, but they teach together with the help of also some Dominicans. It's only for seminarians. It's smaller classes. They pay attention to the seminarians. And so we've been very, very pleased at the results so far. We give many retreats. So while we're working with our own seminarians, we can accept some private retreatants. 1 or 2 people may come where we make a directed or private retreat with them. But very often I am invited, and also Father Namdi is sometimes free to go out to give group retreats, usually to religious or missionaries. Because Manila is something like the Vatican of East Asia, and many institutes, missionary, religious, will send their candidates either for first formation as seminarians or candidates to religious life or missionary life here to the different schools or international novitiate programs, as well as for ongoing formation. Those who are already priests and religious and missionaries, they will come here to spend a year or so, and they need retreats, and so they will call on us. So we're not only working with Filipino seminarians, our own and those of others, but we're helping in a significant way the mission of the wider church in East Asia, South Asia, even the Pacific region. Once or twice a year, I'm also invited to give retreats in other countries from here to missionaries, usually the missionaries of charity. But at their retreats, sometimes other religious groups will come to join them because they need retreats and they may not be able to finance my arrival there. So I've been to Mongolia, to Japan, to Korea, to Cambodia, to Papua New Guinea. I'm scheduled to go back there again in January, where I see the difficulties of mission life in the church in Asia and in the South Pacific, and we're assisting the broader missionary work of the church. Out of our own charism, we're giving the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius to these missionaries, which rejuvenate them, help them to continue, because without spiritual life, you cannot do mission. I'm very happy, very pleased to be here in the Philippines. I feel rejuvenated, as it were, by coming here after doing many parish missions and retreats in the States, doing formation work in the States. It certainly has been quite challenging. Nothing has prepared me for living in Asia. But after a few years of adjusting and adapting, I like it here. And I feel I can make a significant contribution not only to the oblate work, oblate life, but also to the church here in the Philippines and in Asia.